Somehow it's already been 6 weeks, and that means another Genshin livestream update video is out. This time it's the update 1.6, which is coming out on Tuesday, June 8th on NA and Wednesday, June 9th for everywhere else. Of course, in reality, it's the same time because of the time zone differences. It's Tuesday in NA and Wednesday everywhere else. So without further ado, let's go into the changes. The biggest change to this update and the thing that everybody has been looking forward to is probably the new part of the map that's being added. This is a chain of islands off the coast of Liyue, including the water areas. You can expect it to be the size of Dragon Spine, but there's a lot of vertical elements, so there will still be a lot to explore. To travel between these islands effectively, there are these waypoints that you can use to summon these boats in which you can ride to other islands. You can of course do this in co-op, and everyone will have their own boats. This region is still on the part of the main map, so there won't be another dimension you have to go to. For the banners in 1.6, the first half is going to be Klee, and the second half is going to be Kazuha, the new character. Kaedehara Kazuha. Kaedehara Kazuha. Kazuha is the new animal 5-star character from Inazuma. He is a sword user, and his elemental skill allows him to draw in close by enemies, launching himself up into the air and then plunging down onto them with a special animal attack. Wait. That reminds me of someone. And if he contacts an element on his way up, he can infuse his plunge attack with that element. His elemental burst sets up a field around him, inside of which enemies are dealt waves of animal damage, and if there are elements inside, they can be absorbed, and it'll also do that element's damage. And as a passive talent, Kazuha can actually buff your other party members if he triggers a swirl reaction. So in summary, Kazuha is the 5-star version of Sucrose, and he can do cool plunge attacks like Xiao. But whether he'll be able to take place of what Sucrose can do, we'll still have to see. For the weapon banner, of course, we have the new sword that has the same ability as the Song of Broken Pines, which is on the banner right now. And we also have Fischl's weapon, which is a 4-star bow. On this new region is a new boss called the Magu Kenki. This boss will damage you using cryo and animal attacks. Why does that sound so familiar? One of his passive abilities is his shield, which allows him to block all ranged attacks. That means you have to hit them with melee attacks or you won't actually do any damage. So Ganyu mains, good luck. In terms of the Archon quest, you're getting closer to Inazuma by meeting Beidou and Kazuha and participating in some sort of a tournament. The quest will probably explain the situation in Inazuma and how you're gonna get there, probably next update. There is also the new cosmetic option for Barbara and Jean. These will be available in different ways. Jean will be available through the shop with Genesis crystals, and Barbara's skin will be available as a free reward in a limited time event. Jean's skin will be on sale for this update and it'll be changed to a higher price after the update, but exactly what the price is in Genesis crystals we still don't know. But according to a deleted tweet by the Japanese Genshin Twitter, the price is going to be 1350 Genesis crystals during the sale and 1680 Genesis crystal after the sale. So this means, yeah, it's going to cost about $20 US. This is also talked about in the last update video, but there is going to be the new ability to put your characters inside your teapots. You can put up to 8 characters in your teapot and you can interact with them, and each character have their own favorite furnishing sets. If you put a certain character inside their favorite furnishing set, then they'll give you rewards for it. And it's very interesting that you can actually get friendships levels by having them in your world. So this is a good way to get friendship levels if you don't actually use some of the characters. As for Klee's weapon, the 4-star catalyst, you can actually get that through an event. As a reward for this event, you can actually also choose a weapon prototype. So if you have bad luck like me on the weekly bosses, this is your chance. Of course, you also get the usual rewards and also some furnishing blueprints. And you will be able to upgrade Klee's weapon to full refinement if you complete the event. The event itself will consist of multiple ways of driving the boat. One way is to shoot down hilly trails on these structures in the ocean, and the other way is a kind of a time trial in which you have to follow the routes and collect all the things. The next event is the event to unlock the Barbara skin. The event consists of going around the islands and collecting these seashells. This next event is a co-op event where this thing shoots a ball at you and you have to hit it back with your friends. So it's kind of like tennis. The rewards for this event is going to be a name card. Another event is going around the islands and fighting enemies and charging up a bar at the top. And the more bar you have charged up, the more buffs you'll get while fighting the enemies. And the next event looks exactly like the Hypostasis event if you remember that. If you don't, it's basically a series of challenges involving 3 bosses. This time it looks like it's the Geovishap, the Oceanid, and the new boss Magu Kenki. There are 7 challenges in total where certain characters are buffed for each one. You can select your difficulty however you like, to get the different amount of points, and you can use the points to exchange for rewards, but you don't need the full amount of points to exchange for the name card. For some quality of life changes, if you track an enemy through your adventurer's handbook, once you defeat the enemy you're currently tracking, it'll automatically select the next enemy of the same type, so you don't have to reopen the book to select them again. Next, you can actually preview what enemies are going to be in the domain before you start it. And finally, we got a second sneak peek of Inazuma, this time narrated by Kamisato Ayaka. It doesn't say when exactly Inazuma will come out, but we can expect that it'll be fairly close. And I think it's also reasonable to expect Ayaka will be on a banner the first time Inazuma comes out.